welcome back to the deep dive. You've handed us a truly fascinating stack of sources today. Articles, research, your own notes, all pointing to one incredible destination. Our mission to really unpack Sigtuna, Sweden. This place is, well, it's much more than just a pretty town on the map. Let's get into this.
Yeah, what's truly remarkable, I think, about Sigtuna is how that ancient history isn't just, there beside the modern charm. It actively defines it.
Right.
So today we're going to try and pull out the most important nuggets from your material, look at its unique origins, its surprising resilience, its appeal today, and definitely some practical tips for anyone thinking of visiting.
Absolutely. And when we talk origins, here's where it gets really interesting. You have to picture Sweden way back, 980, before it's really unified. That's when King Erik Sigurdsel, Erik the Victorious, founded Sigtuna. The sources are clear. This wasn't just popping up a settlement.
No, it's a deliberate move.
Yeah, pivotal move in weaving these kind of disparate regions into one kingdom.
Indeed. And it almost immediately overtook Burka as the main trade hub. What's fascinating, too, is its role as an early Christian center.
Right. Competing with pagan Uppsala.
Exactly. Vying for religious and political dominance. Then Erik's son, Olaf Skuttunum, he really cemented Sigtuna's importance. Built Sweden's very first royal mint right there.
Wow. A royal mint and a bishop? So it was effectively the capital.
For a good while, yes. From the 10th century, really, right through the 13th. And its location was key.
On Lake Mälaren.
Which, incredibly, was part of the Baltic Sea back then.
No way.
Yeah. The sources mention the surrounding plains. They were submerged until the Common Era, basically. Then they became super fertile during the Viking Age.
Leading to this dense population.
Exactly. Rich with runestones, graves, monuments. The landscape itself tells a story. It was almost destined for importance.
But it wasn't all smooth sailing for Sigtuna, was it? This powerful capital, it faced some really devastating challenges.
It really did.
In 1187, there was that raid by pagans from the east.
A major blow.
And then just a few years later, 1190, the archdiocese actually moved to Uppsala.
Right. But despite these hits, Sigtuna showed this incredible resilience. It found a new sort of focus when Sweden's first Dominican monastery was built there in 1237.
So it bounced back, in a way.
For a time, yes. This period really highlights that enduring spirit. But the 16th century brought another huge shift, the Protestant Reformation.
Ah, okay.
Power and wealth were just systematically stripped from places like Sigtuna, these monastic centers, and pulled towards the king in Stockholm.
So it wasn't just the fires later on.
The fires were bad, absolutely devastating. 3 big ones between 1648 and 1666 led to it being nearly abandoned.
Yeah, the sources say the population dropped to only 108 people by 1700. Can you imagine?
From a bustling capital to that.
Yeah.
It's stark, and it stayed tiny for centuries.
But then this revival in the 1910s, almost like a nationalist project.
Very much so. Reclaiming its historic past. And what's interesting, as the sources point out, is that while many buildings look ancient,
They're actually from the early 20th century.
many of them, yes, reconstructed in this very conservative, careful spirit, which actually spared Sigtuna from that really harsh urban renewal that hit other Swedish cities in the 50s and 60s.
So that preserved feel is partly deliberate reconstruction.
Yeah, exactly. It shows that Sigtuna's story isn't just a straight line. It's about decline, resilience, and then this very purposeful, almost reverent rebuilding. It defines its unique atmosphere today. You feel that history, but also the conscious effort to keep it alive.
That balance between past and present seems key to modern Sigtuna too. So, okay, let's shift gears. If you're thinking about experiencing this firsthand, maybe visiting, maybe even living there, what are the practicalities? How do you navigate Sigtuna today?
Getting there is actually surprisingly easy.
Really? For such an old town?
Yeah, if you're flying, Stockholm Arlanda Airport is literally in Sigtuna municipality.
Oh, right nearby then.
Just about 20 minutes by car or taxi. Public transport from the airport is good too. There's a direct bus, or you change at Märsta.
Märsta has the train station.
That's the closest one, yeah. About 7 kilometers east. Local buses, 570 or 575, connect from there, and they sync up with the commuter trains from Stockholm. So it's pretty well thought out.
Okay, that sounds manageable.
And it's this blend, isn't it? Great accessibility, but still this peaceful, small-town feel
Yeah.
that makes it appealing for tourists and residents.
Is there a scenic route?
Absolutely.
Oh,
You can take the Stroma tourist ferry. It runs between Stockholm and Sigtuna, and it even stops at Skokloster Palace on the way. Lovely trip.
nice. And driving.
Also straightforward.
Yeah.
Route 263 goes right through town, connects easily to the E4 highway, the main road between Uppsala and Stockholm. It's maybe 45 minutes from Stockholm.
So definitely doable for a day trip.
Or a weekend, easily.
And once you're actually in Sigtuna, getting around.
Oh, it's a walker's paradise. Seriously compact, incredibly walkable. You can see everything on foot. No need for a car unless you want to explore the countryside around it.
Right. And what about living there? The sources paint a picture of a pretty idyllic lifestyle.
It does seem that way. Quiet, safe, very scenic. You've got nature right there. But Stockholm is still reachable for work.
Good for families, I gather.
Definitely. Strong sense of community, good schools, daycare, family services. All that support network seems really strong.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
What's that?
How these beautifully preserved small towns manage to thrive today, balancing history with modern life.
It's a great question. And Sigtuna seems to be a fantastic example of getting that balance right. It respects the past, but functions very much in the present.
Okay, so you've arrived, you're settled in. Now what do you actually do? Let's talk sites and activities. It sounds like there's a lot packed in.
There really is.
For history lovers, those runestones, over 40 just in the town.
And about 170 in the whole municipality. Many have English translations too, which is great. It's like an outdoor museum.
And the church ruins, they sound quite evocative.
Oh, they are. St. Olaf's, early 12th century, maybe on Sweden's first stone church foundation.
Wow.
St. Lawrence, same era, just the one tower left after a fire.
A real survivor.
And St. Peter's, also 12th century, supposedly the original cathedral before the archdiocese moved. Each one tells a story of that medieval power.
Just standing there, remnants of the past.
Exactly. Tangible links. You can almost feel the layers of history.
But it's not all ruins, right? St. Mary's Church.
Still standing, still active. Built in 1237 as the Dominican monastery church. Groundbreaking because it was the first brick building in the whole Mälaren Valley area.
Really? They mostly used wood before that.
Predominantly, yes. Even with fertile plains, wood was the tradition. So brick was a big deal. It became the parish church after the Reformation. Has a lovely little herbal garden too.
Nice touch. And beyond the big historical sites, museums, gardens.
Yep, the Sigtuna Museum's worth a visit. Covers early history, local art, even the Stenungscastle ceramics factory. Often free or cheap entry, and they do family workshops in summer.
Sounds good for kids.
And there's Drake Trade Garden, the Drake Garden. It's the only remaining garden covering a whole block from that era. Free to wander in.
Oh, and Lindströmska Gordon, that preserved house.
Yeah, a typical middle-class home from the late 19th, early 20th century, the fin de siècle. Gives you a real glimpse into life back then. Free entry, guided tours sometimes.
Sigtuna also has some unique heritage spots, doesn't it? Like the town hall.
The Rådhuset, built 1744, supposedly Sweden's smallest. You can just picture them crammed in there.
Yeah.
Free entry, summer tours available.
Cute. And vibey village.
A must-see, I think. It's about 3 kilometers out, but it's this incredibly well-preserved 19th century tenant crofters village. Shows you exactly how Swedish villages looked 200 years ago. Free to explore.
Amazing. And the main street itself, Stora Gatan.
Sweden's oldest main street. And it's not just a museum piece, it's still thriving. Cafes, little shops, artisans, those charming wooden buildings. It's the living heart of the town.
Sounds wonderful. What about getting outdoors? Lake Mälaren must offer a lot.
Absolutely. Fishing is popular. Perch, pike, zander, lots of accessible spots, often free fishing, but always good to check local rules.
Can you get out on the water?
Definitely. Summer boat tours, you can rent small boats, try paddle boarding, and swimming, of course. Public beaches like Munkholm's Badet and Sudargård's Badet nearby, plus Sigtuna Strandbad.
And it's year-round.
The activities change, yeah. Hiking and cycling in summer, then ice skating and cross-country skiing when it freezes over in winter.
Any golf.
Yep, Sigtuna Bygdens Golf Club has an 18-hole course, a 6-hole one, clubhouse with a restaurant, lessons. Pretty comprehensive.
And for families. Mini golf. Playgrounds.
All of that. Mini golf, safe playgrounds, nice nature trails. Parks like Hamlegården and Munkholmen are great for picnics and letting kids run around.
The town seems to have special events, too.
It does. The Sigtuna Literature Festival in August is quite well regarded. Workshops, talks, brings in Swedish and international authors.
And that 1912 festival, Sigtuna Museum.
That sounds like fun. First weekend in September, it celebrates the last traditional Farmers' Council meeting and the Stockholm Olympics from 1912.
So like period costumes.
Yeah, traditional clothes, craft markets, music, dancing, even some fun Olympic games. A real step back in time.
And Christmas.
A proper traditional Christmas market. Open air, the last 4 Sundays before Christmas. Lots of Swedish festive food and crafts. Gets you right in the spirit. It's clear they've put a lot of thought into the activities. It's not just, here's some history.
No, it's very curated.
Yeah, catering to all sorts of interests, all ages. It really encourages you to engage with the place, not just look at it. Blends that history with modern fun.
That thoughtful approach seems to carry over into, well, the more sensory experiences too. Shopping, eating, finding place to stay.
Let's talk shops.
It sounds like it's more boutiques than big chains.
Definitely. Lots of unique little places. Handmade jewelry, local crafts, shoes, accessories. There's a Sigtuna bookshop too.
And that Viking shop?
Viking house, yeah. For those themed gifts and souvenirs. Plus you get weekly markets popping up with local crafts and food. It's great for browsing.
And food. What's the vibe? Cozy? Fancy?
A really nice mix, actually. You've got beautiful waterfront spots like Bothuset Krog and Bar right on a pier.
Oh, lovely views.
Then cozier places doing classic Swedish meatballs or burgers, family-run spots mixing Nordic with, say, Mediterranean flavors, casual places by the lake for waffles and ice cream.
Good options for different moods, dietary needs catered for.
Generally, yes, the sources say vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free are quite common. And the cafes. You have to experience Swedish fika.
Ah, yes, the coffee and cake ritual.
Essential. Places famous for homemade pastries, cinnamon buns, Tantbrunns Kaffestuga sounds amazing, an old-school cafe in a 17th century building.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
What about nightlife? Is it lively?
More relaxed, seems like local hangouts, hotel bars. Most people wanting a big night out would probably head into central Stockholm. Sigtuna is more about a quiet evening drink.
Okay. And accommodation, what are the options like?
A good range. For budget travelers, there's an SDF Hostel Swedish Tourist Association. Reliable and affordable.
Mid-range.
Several nice hotels. 32 Rum and Cook, Hotel Christina, and Sigtuna Stiftelse Hotel and Conference. That one's historic itself.
The one founded in 1915, inspired by a Tuscan monastery.
That's the one. Played a big part in Sigtuna's revival, so you're staying in the history, almost.
And for a splurge.
Sigtuna Stadshotel built itself as Sweden's smallest 5-star hotel.
Intriguing.
Or there's Venngarn Palace, a 17th century palace, now a conference hotel. Plus, you'll find B&Bs and holiday homes, too, great for families or longer stays.
So, plenty of choice.
Definitely. And looking at the bigger picture, this variety in food and lodging really complements the historical charm. It makes the whole experience comfortable and enriching, whatever your budget or taste.
Right, let's cover off a few final practicalities, things that can make or break a trip sometimes, and Sigtuna's eco-focus, which seems important there.
Good idea.
Parking, we touched on it, but any specific tips? Free lots are great, but what about busy times?
Okay, so yes, several free public lots near the center by Stora, Gatan, the marina, the museum. That's a big plus. But closer to the main square, some spots might have time-limited paid parking, especially during peak season or hours, usually payable via app or kiosk. And EV charging is available in some areas.
So the pro tip is?
Arrive early, especially on weekends or festival days, and always check the signs for time limits. Some zones use a parking disc system, maybe a 2-hour limit. Just be aware.
Got it. What about public restrooms, accessibility?
Pretty well handled. Public toilets are by the Marina Lake front, at the museum and tourist office. Those often have baby changing stations too. And cafes or municipal buildings near the main square usually let you use theirs.
And accessibility for wheelchairs, strollers?
Generally good. Most restaurants, museums, public spaces are accessible. Some really old historic buildings might have limitations, naturally, but many have ramps or modified entrances. Accessible toilets are available in main public areas.
So they've made an effort.
It seems so.
And for families, just to reiterate, changing facilities, stroller-friendly path, kid-friendly menus, playgrounds. Sounds very welcoming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All those little things make a big difference when you're traveling with children. Sigtuna seems to have thought about that.
And finally, that eco-conscious spirit. It's more than just talk.
It seems genuinely ingrained. The sources mention a focus on green energy, clean living. Locals take pride in keeping the environment clean and welcoming, part of the modern identity alongside the history.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, how other historic towns could maybe learn from Sigtuna. This blend of careful preservation, catering to modern visitor needs, and having the strong sustainability commitment.
That's a really important point. It shows heritage doesn't have to be frozen in time. It can be dynamic, responsible, a living thing. Sigtuna manages that practical side alongside its deep history very well.
So, wrapping this all up, What does this deep dive into Sigtuna mean for you, our listener?
What's the big takeaway?
I think what we've seen is just how multifaceted Sigtuna is. You've got this incredibly rich Viking and medieval history literally under your feet.
Side by side with beautiful nature, that lake access.
And this relaxed small town vibe, but with all the modern comforts you need. It's perfect for being active fishing, boating, golf.
And brilliant for families, for kids, or just anyone wanting that deep cultural exploration without feeling overwhelmed.
Exactly. And as you think about Sigtuna's journey, from being this powerful capital to almost vanishing, and then this really deliberate, purposeful revival.
It's quite a story.
It really is. Maybe consider how it serves as this living testament to history's ebb and flow and to human resilience. What does its journey, its literal rebuilding from memory, tell us about how heritage and community can actually shape a place's future?
It's a powerful thought. Sigtuna leaves you with this lasting impression, not just as a collection of old buildings, but as a vibrant example of how a community can truly honor its past while actively building a welcoming, sustainable future. It's quite inspiring, actually.
Well said. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Sigtuna.